Hi, everyone. I'm Jordan, and this is Joseph,
Oh shit, we started.
and this is Vivid Chaos. And I brought some things from my old salon to liven the place up a little bit. I like it a lot. I think we're inching towards looking more and more legit. So it's super exciting. Like the little pink backlight and all the fun things.
We're gonna try blue next time.
Yeah. And I recently, have started kind of full-time going into the podcast and stuff to do with the color line and everything. And so I'm excited to see what happens next. We're super pumped. I'm excited I get to put like all of my energy towards it, I can get shit done, make a lot of shit happen, It is about time.
Yes.
So what were we? Oh, I forgot we were going to do today's topic on the viewpoints from male best friend to female best friend.
Oh, and whether they're biased or not?
Yeah, but I mean, okay, so we talked about it earlier. Recently one of us has gone through something that, I think the other person's not opinion, but maybe like a second pair of eyes, second set of ears, something like I like to just get a different viewpoint,
Yeah.
Because I don't ever think that you're biased when you're telling me about, even if it's like repeating back something that I said, like a story or whatever. I don't ever think that you're biased. It makes me like really open my eyes to the fact that like, holy shit, man, like I would never even look at it that way,
Or like a scenario where you see something and then
Where
I break it down. Like the date, the guy where you went on to that guy's house and like you were shocked at the way
I had
it
no
unraveled,
idea.
but then I was like, no, like it broke it down.
I didn't think I was given any signs, signals whatsoever.
Like I would have thought the same exact. I mean, I wouldn't have maybe handled. I definitely wouldn't handle it the way he did, but I would have had that impression.
No, I definitely wouldn't have handled it the way that he did.
Well, no, there's some things that you say that I, catch me on that I'm like thinking it's completely all right. It's
a lot of things. I think right now what I'm working on. So okay, I'll give a life update for me. The previous episode where I talked about someone that I got excited when his name came across my screen. This is why I don't talk about anyone that I talk to, because it's like the second I feel like I get excited about somebody, they introduce you to an energy that they cannot maintain. Okay? They portray themselves and do all of these things when they're in pursuit of you. And sometimes even after.
So you think that's like love bombing? Is that what they call it? Or
I consider love bombing to be like, let me shower you with gifts right off the bat, or like take you on this trip, or do this or do that. And like, it's almost like one of those things where you feel like, holy shit, like, okay, thank you so much. Like what can I do to make it up to you? Or like, how can I, and see, for me, it's like, I don't like being in an uncomfortable situation. So like, there is no amount of money, there is no amount of an experience that is gonna that I'm gonna allow myself to be in an uncomfortable situation. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So I don't know. That's what I consider love bombing to be, where it's just like too much. It's like almost like, what the fuck is your motive? Like, what's your game point here? What are you trying to do here? Like, do you really expect me to believe? But I think, honestly, yeah, I guess some could see it, like, the more cynical side of me is like, yeah, I kind of consider that love bombing, because it's like, it is, I think, to a certain extent, but it's like, and I get people, you put your best foot forward. Of course you do. That's why I have, like, I think it's like a 3-month minimum, man. Like, I think people's true colors kind of come out like at that 3-month mark, or like that's whenever you are able to get in like your first little tiff or your first little fight or whatever,
Yeah, because if you're faking something or like portraying like over love bombing or whatever, you want to do something similar to that, you can only keep that up so long and it's going to fizzle out.
Well, and that's the thing, and it's not even, for me, it's not even the fizzle out. It's like whenever I say like keeping up with the same energy or maintaining the same energy that you brought, I don't mean like if you're gonna pull out all the stops that like on the first date or like the first couple dates and stuff to where you can get it to where we're like in a relationship, I expect it like to kind of not fizzle out, but like I don't expect every single fucking date to be extravagant. You know what I mean? Like I expect it to. I'll pay for some dates. You know, just be normal. You know what I mean? But like, I forgot where I was going with that.
Well, why you said something like the fact that you said that you
do it
would
all the time.
pay for a date or something. I think with me, like I'm not expecting females to pay for dates or anything like that. But I do appreciate like when they offer to pay for drinks or just buy something like small. Just whether they do it or just the not expecting all the time.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going, hey, we need to split the bill and this and that. I would never do that.
I think that you touched on a good point.
Somebody goes, like, even if we were like the gas station checking out and getting snacks or something, she goes, oh, I got this and just bought it.
Yeah.
It's $10 or something. Just doing that.
Okay, so I think you definitely did touch on a good point when you said like just the fact that she doesn't expect it all the time. So like if y'all are going to the grocery store and she pulls out her wallet and like pays for groceries, like no, you weren't expecting it, and she's not sitting there like making a big deal about it. It's just like, hey, like, you know, let me get this time.
Yeah.
Like I don't expect you to get it every single time, you know? But I mean, look, some people, that is the type of relationship that they want. And I think to each his own. I feel like when you're I consider it to be called like a kept person, meaning like you financially depend on your partner. I think that is, there's certain stipulations that come with that, you know, like there is, you know, like if you want to live this certain lifestyle, that means like either, you know, I'm not going to be home as much because I'm out working because I'm, you know, supporting this lifestyle or whatever it is, you know, and there may be other stipulations to each his own, but
I think there also comes certain, like if you get in a relationship with somebody who's already established and had that and you didn't both start and grow that together, then I think sometimes people have to tolerate certain things that the other person, or they do tolerate things with that person.
That's their choice, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think that necessarily everybody, because I know me, no.
You can't be what?
Well, my thing is, too, is like, I'm always going to have my own money and make my own money because...
You're not going to let somebody run over you and do what they want just because they have financial...
I've seen it happen to friends of mine, like people that I know, like they're with someone for the better part of their life, you know what I mean? And like they quit working, they stopped doing all these things, and then, you know, fucking 15 years later, 10 years later, they're getting a divorce, and it's like they have no idea who the fuck they are outside of their marriage. And like, I don't ever want that. Like, I'm still gonna have my own money. I'm still gonna have my own life. Like, you do your shit, I'm gonna do my shit.
That, or even the person while you're together treating you bad or doing something that you don't approve of, and then they just say, what are you gonna do about it? And you just conform. I've seen people do that too.
I mean, I think it's definitely all of a personal preference. Some people don't give a fuck about that kind of shit. Some people are like, you know what? I want to live this lavish lifestyle. You can go do whatever the fuck you want to do with whoever you want to do it. I don't care. You ain't never going to be home, you know? And I'll be honest with you. I've tried my last couple relationships for love, and I honestly that option's not looking too bad for me right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just kind of at a point where it's like, so I'm just good on all of it. I really have felt something shift with me recently, like within the last, like, probably a couple weeks.
Wait, what was the thing? So it was not keeping up the same energy, or do you think, like...
Oh, back to that.
Distance. Did it become like a distance?
No, I don't necessarily think it was a distance at all. Like, you can see it in the conversations, like in the text messages and stuff. And the thing is that, like, what I don't like about it is it's like, I'm very upfront and honest. And I'm very open. And, you know, like, I was like, I can't take you seriously. You know what I mean? Like, I know that you are a hoe and you got girls over here left and right. You know, I know specifically. And it's like, then you do shit that I didn't fucking ask you to do. Like, you showed that energy and you made it seem like, oh yeah, because now you fucking with a man. ¿Por qué?
Okay.
Why?
Oh.
Like, why? Like, what was the point of that?
So you feel like he's like leading on?
Because my thing is
more?
like, look, like, I get it. Look, I'm not fucking dumb. When it comes to guys and like women, it's pretty easy to read. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, you probably have so many guys trying to date you. No. I have so many guys trying to fuck me. There's a difference. There is a difference. Not too many of them, even if it's like a stranger meeting at a bar. Most guys, I can tell that they're not listening to a fucking thing that I'm saying. Nothing. Not a single thing. Or if they do finally start listening to me, they're like, man, you have a great vocabulary. I didn't realize. And I'm like, did you just think that I was like a fucking dumb box of rocks? Like, you know, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I've reached a point to where I know that if I don't get out there, like, I'm not going to find anything. But I also feel that if I think back of every single, like, hard time in my life, like, hard time, whether it be emotionally, you know, anxiety, stress, like, financially, whatever, it has always stemmed from and or came from my relationship with a man. So it's like, I just don't know if I am fully ready in the position to do that. And so
I think that's I would say any kind of stress with having work boundaries has been an issue, but I do work probably more than, I don't want to say more than most people, but it's definitely not a normal schedule. What do I do?
But it's your normal. And
Yeah.
that's the thing that
and they've always been cool with it in the beginning, but then it's like they want to change, and then
keeping that same energy. That's keeping the same energy though. Because that's another thing too, is like,
and I'll bring that up. I'm like, I have been transparent the way I was going to be.
You haven't changed anything.
Yeah,
if anything,
like,
you've been sacrificing more time than what you're used to hang out with that person.
Yeah.
You know, I feel you on that too.
Well, I think I'm guilty sometimes whenever I do sacrifice time, or I do stop and spend like really like give 100% of my time and not focus on anything else. And then it's like after 2 or 3 days, like a weekend of that, I have to get back to work or back to my normal schedule. And then it's just, I feel like maybe they feel like it's just like night and days. So they might feel like it's different, but it's like a weird compromise on like what to do. Because I do try to like give 100%.
I feel like my thing is the whole keeping the same energy definitely applies to the aspect of, like you said, like in the beginning they act like they're cool with it. Like for me, I always say that like I know one of my boundaries now is that like I'm never gonna allow anyone to like water me down or like make me feel like I'm too much or like anything like that. Because it's like I've been the same person since you fucking met me, you know, like I'm always the same person. So why is it that like who I am and how I am, how loud I am, how outgoing I am, how straightforward I am, like all this blunt, wild, crazy, like all this stuff, I originally thought those were things that you loved about me, but then, you know, about 3 months into the relationship, it starts with the small things like, you know, like why you gotta be dancing like on top of the table with your friends, you know, we're so and so, or why you gotta be doing this, or why you gotta be doing that, and it's just slowly they just chisel you away. So it's like until I know. Is it just
going out though? Is the whole issue around going out?
I mean, dude, we do this whenever we go to our friends' houses. Like we just have a good time. It's all it's it's harmless. Like, we're there with like our other husbands and wives.
By yourself, I could see it. To me, like if I was dating somebody and they're going out all the time, that's not something that's not what I want at this point.
No, not going out. I'm saying like when you're in.
But if I was with somebody, and there's sometimes where people might get to like cross the line with stuff, but when alcohol's involved, it's really hard to. If both of you are drinking, where you know.
I also feel that you know you should have a life outside of your relationship for sure. I think that you each need to have your own things that you do with your own friends on your own time, because you know your alone time is important. It's important to your mental health. It's especially important if it's important to your own personal mental health, then it's important to your relationship, because the overall health of your relationship is going to depend on that, you know? So I definitely think that, like, you know, that's an important part.
I don't ever really do that. I guess my time away is like doing extra work. But I guess it's also where I'm at too, because there was, I'd say from like 30 to mid 30s or whatever, going out and all that stuff was a priority, hanging out with friends. But then like now I'm just more focused on other things.
I think
I just don't enjoy that. Like,
right. No, and I don't think it has any. I think more so with the girls that you date, it's the working. It's not them wanting to go out. It's more so them wanting to do things outside of work, outside of your home.
oh yeah, I mean, the situation I was in before, she went out, would go to like girls' dinner and stuff. I had no problem with any of that.
We're just gonna graze right over it. We're not gonna talk about it. Okay?
Yeah.
I promise.
So
Up to
anyway,
you.
yeah, if people want to go out
You lost your train of thought.
a little bit,
I think that there are certain people that enjoy that and they want someone that they can go out with. I know for me personally, like, I want a best friend. I see my relationships with my best friends, and I've had the same friends for a very long time, and that's when I'm my happiest. And that's when I'm my truest self, is around my friends. You know, no, excuse me. No judgment, no nothing. And like, I'm not going to waste my time anymore, even if it's like, I mean, maybe like, you know, I'm a female, I got needs and wants. So like, eventually, I'm not saying that it's never going to happen. But for the time being, it's like, until I find that, like, my best friend that understands me completely, that like I feel safe with, which is something I have never felt in my entire life, I don't really feel the need to fucking waste my time. With what? Like going out on dates? Like, I don't know. I don't know how. I feel like it'll find me.
it will.
You know, however that happens.
Well, you said you were gonna, last time you said you were gonna, no, I don't think that episode was messed up, where you said you were gonna be celibate or whatever, or like not date for a whole year. No, but you said that, and then all of a sudden,
and then I didn't
so you
last
put that
that
completely,
long.
but you put it completely out of your mind, like it wasn't going to happen, and then something kind of naturally evolved. It didn't, pan out, but you put it out of mind,
You know
out of
what
sight.
it showed me? That you're still a dumbass bitch that just like honestly believes all the bullshit that comes out of men's mouths still. So that tells me also,
But that's also,
I'm not ready.
I'm saying
I'm not ready.
you weren't looking for it. You put it out of your mind, and then something happened, and whether just because it didn't work out, that's not your fault. That the other person was shitty. You can't blame that on yourself. There's going to be shitty people.
Exactly, but what I also have to look at it and accept accountability. How did this happen, Jordan? You knew going into it. You had major red flags that you completely fucking avoided. 100%. And you did it.
Red flags are fun, though.
No, they're not. Like, you know what? It's fun in games. Like, the chase is fun. And that's the thing is, like, he kept it up even after we hooked up. So it's like, okay, so that's what made me like, okay, maybe he is like this.
No,
like,
but everybody's attracted to, like, the red flag stuff. Because, I mean, it's just not long term because it always blows up
because
or
it's
crazy.
toxic as fuck.
Yeah,
that's
it's
why.
fucking. Right.
That's why. It's because it's toxic. Like,
I like crazy.
I don't want it anymore. I don't want it anymore. I don't want the toxicity. I don't want to play games. Like, I don't want to fucking guess how you're feeling about me. Like, I don't want to guess what the fuck is going on. I want someone who wants to communicate with me. Like, if I say or do something that pisses you off or makes you feel a certain type of way, speak up, bitch.
But is that really what you want? Or
No, it's 100% what I want.
If you dated somebody like that, I think you would get bored. I don't know.
No. Absolutely not. I am like that. There ain't no way a motherfucker's gonna wind up with me and ever be bored.
I think you would get bored.
No, I think if I found like the male version of me, which I've come across, they're a rare breed. Okay,
I wouldn't want to date myself. There's no way I would date myself.
Huh?
I could not date myself.
I'm a fun time. Thank God for me.
Yeah.
Thank God I'm here,
I don't
man.
know.
But yeah, I don't know. I just feel that another one bites the dust. Is the way that I look at it.
When I say something different, like I would think more somebody who compliments me, because like there's certain strengths that I have, and I would want the other person to have like things that I don't excel at. I don't know. I could not
I
date
don't
somebody
care about
exactly
any
like
of it.
me.
You know what I want? I want someone that accepts me for exactly 100% who I am. Like, I don't get embarrassed around. I don't have, and I feel like that's where the whole feeling safe thing comes into play too. And I've never had that. And I just really, really hope that I am lucky enough to get to experience that one day. So it's like I have to look, am I living a lifestyle and doing things that are going to get me to that's my end goal? Like if that's
Wait,
my
so
end
have
goal.
you dated somebody who made you feel safe and stuff, but you just weren't interested in? Or went on a dates with somebody like that and it just wasn't?
Every single one of my guy friends, I think, initially started out as like either them liking me or like hoping there was like something romantically that would evolve from it. And I would say that the ones that I have now that have been my friends for years, like years, and I know that I call them up right now and they're going to answer, you know, those ones. I think because I immediately felt safe with them, I immediately put them in the friend zone because it's like I've never been able to depend on a single man in my entire life. So being able to have someone who's not necessarily my, you know, blood relation, but I know I could call for anything, you know.
So why
They make me feel safe.
That doesn't make sense why you wouldn't date somebody like that. Then, like, it seems like the problem is you would be scared because then if you meet anybody that's going to be like that, you're going to friend zone them.
No, it's weird because it's like...
And going forward, you date somebody who you feel safe with and then you friend zone them because you're scared of getting hurt by that person. Because it would hurt bad.
I have abandonment issues so fucking bad. What do you mean,
so that's... You just...
dude?
Like, you wondering...
I'm not wondering shit. I'm fully aware of how I am and who I am. But the thing is that if it's a person who makes me feel safe, I then shouldn't be worried about them.
So you wouldn't date them, though?
Huh?
You wouldn't date them?
I would. I'm telling you, like, usually what happens is, like, if I put you in the friend zone, like, if I feel safe with you and I put you in the friend zone, I don't know why I'm like this, but it's like I no longer look at you in a sexual manner. I can't have sex with you. It's like, you know, it's just not possible. I can't bring myself to do it. Doesn't matter how drunk I am. Will never happen. I might make out with you. You know, maybe. Who knows?
So you're scared?
Can you blame me?
I mean,
honestly,
no, but
I'm terrified, and I don't see anything wrong with me being terrified.
Do you view it as that, like, because we talk about different viewpoints, my viewpoint or male and female viewpoint, and you're putting it as like, okay, I like this person, I'm gonna put them in friend zone to say my friend, but you're saying that you want to date somebody that has those qualities. So it's like, do you realize that you're putting people as friends?
No, because
or you just would,
it's not just that makes me put them in the friend zone. There's other things that attribute to that. But I'm saying usually if I feel like that immediate, like, oh my God, like this is my brother, like I feel so safe, like all this kind of stuff. Exactly. I feel that this is my brother. I feel so safe. So like, I don't want to have sex with you, but I want you in my life forever. You know, I want you in my life forever. And so I don't know. I don't necessarily think it's that. I think for me to feel safe, I don't know what that feels like as far as like being safe romantically in a relationship with someone. So it's like, I can't tell you what it is, you know?
Yeah, because it seems like, I mean, I don't know. there, from what you're saying and like the way I'm hearing it, it's just like there's such a fine line of that's one extreme to the red flag extreme, and then it's like, how do you find a neutral zone in that?
I don't know. That's why I feel like right now what I've been doing for the last 2 years is just like wasting my time. Like I'll put effort into like these little situationships for like it's like a catch and release program. And like so, you know, after like I catch them and we fuck around for a little bit, then you know, after a couple months it's time for you to be released back into the wild. You know, or they fuck it up, or you know, there will be one that'll slip through the cracks that like, you know, I'll go back and forth with for months, maybe even a year, you know. Just depends. It's like a friend with benefits that actually is a friend with benefits, you know. I see no future, but I'm comfortable with that person and I enjoy having sex with the person, you know. And right now I feel like that's about all that I have the mental capacity for. But I do know that that is the most important thing for me, I think, is to feel safe. And I feel like I'm going to know it when it happens. And what I've been doing for the last 2 years has just been like, I had to really sit back and look and like, what am I doing? If that's ultimately what I want, what am I doing in my life that is helping me progress to that point? Nothing. I'm literally doing nothing to get me to that point. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still fucking around with dudes that like, I know are not good for me. You know what I mean? And so it's like, I'm still doing that. I'm still doing all these things. And I feel like that's what's blocking me from being able to find it. Or not find it, but for it being able to find me. You know? Because I'm putting my energy into that at the moment. So it's like, if I'm putting my energy into that at the moment, then that's me wasting energy that I could be putting towards myself. You know?
Right.
And I feel like that's
let's
whenever...
Let's see the color going. Time to focus on color.
I'm about to focus on me and this new opportunity that I have and that I'm very thankful for. So I'm about to, you know, make shit happen. And I can't wait.
I also train of thought.
How long have we been doing it for? I feel like we've been doing it for a minute.
29 minutes.
That's it?
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to do a 30-minute one?
I don't care.
Put out some 30-minute ones instead of hour-long ones?
It doesn't matter.
Let's do that. Let's do this 30-minute one, and then
I need to get a different camera angle because like I go to look here and I keep looking at the TV.
I look better.
I look at the TV instead of the lens.
I look better with whatever camera angle would be here, like straight on.
Yeah, we're gonna have 3 cameras. Right now we just have 1 camera in the middle. And if y'all want, we'll show behind the scenes of like how we have all this set up.
I don't like the way that I look from the side. This way. You know?
I don't know. I'm looking at the camera and trying to compose.
And then, and I don't have my extensions in, so like, I feel like I look like a little wet rat.
How long was your hair before?
So I thought,
like
my dumb ass, dude, like I was literally sitting there. I had my extensions in and I was pulling them and I would see my hair and the extensions and I'm like, oh my God, my hair is finally the same length as the extensions. Okay. And like, don't get me wrong. There was 2 patches of hair, like maybe this width and diameter on like each side, not evenly, that were the same length. And then the rest of my hair was like 2 or 3 inches shorter. So I had to cut that. And then I
cut your bangs again, did you?
Fuck no. I'm never going to cut
How short did you cut them before? Like, cause I don't even
all I know is like, okay, for reference.
Yeah, let's see.
This piece right here specifically. This piece right here specifically was cut above my eyebrow. Above my fucking eyebrow, man.
I know I get comments or messages. Why does she always wear a hat?
I know. Look, I'm not bald. Okay, like
does she have hair? I was like, yes.
I have no extensions in. This is all my real hair. I got a big forehead, odd face, weird ears. I have body dysmorphia, so it takes me forever to figure out What the fuck?
Some of that old clips are playing like in March and April, and somebody goes, "Is it cold where y'all are filming?" I'm like, "We're in Louisiana."
But that's at that point, I'm just like, you're a fucking moron. Yes, it is. It's actually, we're in Antarctica right now filming. We're doing a.
We were in New York with one of them. It was cold as shit. It was cold as fuck in New York.
That was the one.
We didn't. I don't think the whole one went up.
I think it was the one that we.
Yeah.
And the microphone wasn't on the entire time.
Yeah,
so we couldn't use it. Not by my fault.
Well, the night one, then we did one during the morning, and we were both kind of hungover, and then in a rush to get out of there.
You definitely got to get some different camera angles because I feel like
I got 3 cameras. We just got to set them all up.
Okay, yeah, we need to do that for the next one. So this is the last one that we're gonna do. Like, look how I just don't have a good shaved head. I hope I never have to shave my head or go bald.
Testing. No, me either. I don't.
Cause that.
I don't know. Can you see me with no hair?
Huh?
You think no hair's not? I like having my hair.
I don't think you would look terrible with a bald head, honestly. Like, it's not, I don't see anything extremely, like, concerning about your head shape or what
I
you look
like having hair.
Huh?
I like my hair. I'm good. I don't want to shave it. What?
You always just, like, say the most random shit. Like, you say the most, I'm like, man, I hope I never, and then you're like, I like my hair. I don't want to cut my hair. I don't want to shave it. I mean, do you think I would look good? But I'm like, no one's saying that you have to do any of those things.
I'm just throwing it out there.
No one's saying you have to.
I was looking at it in the camera, so.
You can do whatever you want. All right. Me and my Rihanna forehead. My dad had his ears surgically put, and I need to get like a lymphatic drainage massage to get like this part gone.
That's enough.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to take a special person. A extra special. I don't know why I did that.
What?
Because it just reminded me, like, whenever I was saying like, the lymphatic drainage.
You just kind of like dazed into the monitor and went off. We got to put the monitor above the camera because I keep looking over here too when I look towards it.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, we hope we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. See you later, Gators.
Yes, that's a wrap. Bye.
Peace out. All right.
I'm gonna turn this off.
Actifolio.